We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the invocation shlokas. Inhale deeply. Om. Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vedvishavahai Om Shanti 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 समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We are covering the chapter 3 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 3, what did we saw was that it started off with, it is called Karma Yoga, number 1. And it started with Arjuna asking a question. He asked the question, Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddha janatana tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojyate Keshava. So Arjuna saying, if in your opinion, if you think compared to Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga is better, meaning the Sankhya Yoga is better, why are you asking me to perform this Karma Yoga, these karmas, which are actually Ghora in my opinion. Ghora means terrible. Because of your speech, I think I'm a little bit confused because of I feel like you are giving mixed messages, sending mixed messages. So Vyamishrena. Mishrena means mixed. Okay, mixed Vakyena. So these mixed messages. So, and probably you may not be sending the mixed messages. It may be like my mind is deluded right now. Okay, or my mind is in confusion right now. So just for my sake, Tadekam Vada. Oh, tell me only one thing. Okay, Nischitjayena. Okay, for sure, whatever you think is right. Okay, so that alone tell me. Okay, don't give me like 10 these things and say, okay, this is how you should go. Okay, because I get confused. So whatever is Shreya for me. Okay, so that is what you tell me. Okay, Shreyoham Apniyam. So even in chapter 2, Arjuna, when he asked the question to Bhagavan Krishna, he says this Shreya is a word is used there also. Okay, so there he says something in the lines of Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yet shreyasyan. Okay, whatever the shreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasya teham shadhimam tvam prapannam. So there also he says, because I am got confused, okay, because I'm overpowered with this wallowing self-pity or whatever, right? So I'm getting confused between what is dharma and what is not dharma. So this, my mind is completely mudha. Okay, so that is the delusion. So whatever is Shreyas, Shreyas means absolute right. Okay, Mm, okay. Nishchitam, there also here the word Nishchitam has come. Yes, Shreyasya Nishchitam Bruhi, tell me, Tanme Shishyaha. So I am your Shishya. Okay, Shadhi Mam. Okay, Shadhi. Shadhi means you hear the Hindi term Shadi, right? Okay. So what is Shadi? Shadi means wedding, right? Hindi Shadi. Whereas here, Shadhi, basically Shadhi actually essentially what it means is whatever is beneficial, whatever is appropriate, whatever is takes us to the next level, right? So that is Shadhi. Okay, so that that Shadhi also means teach also. So Shadhi Mam. Tvam Prapannam. So teach me that. That's what he asked there. Here also he's asking the same question. Okay, so teach me. Okay, what is right? So he's not saying like, okay, you made a mistake, teacher. No, no kidding. So then Bhagwan started answering. We have seen this one also, where Bhagwan said, Loke asmin dvividha nishtha. There's a twofold path in this loka. Pura prokta maya nakha. Okay, so this is what, and this twofold path I had taught in the past. Okay. Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yoginam. So this path, this is a twofold path is there. This nishtha, okay, means like people abide in twofold path. Okay, so people who are Sankhya, okay, so who are knowledgeable, okay, who is they they follow the path of Jnana Yoga, and those who are trying to become one with me, or like I mean, those who are trying to find yogi means one who uh, is trying to settle in yoga. Yoga means union, okay, where the mind, manas, buddhi, pancha jnanendriyas, they're all trying to run to the world. Bhagwan is on this side, so they are trying to shift their attention from the external world to internal and trying to become one with this Lord right within us, right? So that is what, like the one who is trying, who are already achieved, or even like one who started the process, they are also being considered as yogi by Bhagwan, because he knows that once the journey started, it is just a matter of time when destination is reached. Then we also saw the shloka 4, but I recall like us I recall saying that we had to do a little bit more, spend a little bit more time in terms of a couple of words there. So let us repeat. Someone please go off mute and repeat the verse number 4 after me. Okay, and I'll break down the words again. Na karmanam anarambhat Naishkarmyam. So, karmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam. Three words are there in the second big word. Purushoshnute. Purusha and ashnute. Purushaha and ashnute together becomes Purushoshnute. Na cha sanyasya deva. So that has got two words. Sanyasa, sanyasanat and eva. Sanyasana deva. Siddhim samadhi gachati. That's a simple word. So, so na karmana manarambhat
न कर्मणानराभ्यम्भात्
naishkarmyam purushošnute
नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते
na cha sanyasanadev
न च सन्न्यसनादेव
siddhim samadhi gachati.
सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति.
So, Bhagavan says, na karmanam anarambhat. Okay. So, Naishkarmyam Purushaha Ashnute. So, by not starting any work, someone cannot reach Naishkarmyam. So, what is this Naishkarmya? Okay. So, Naishkarmya is basically Naishkarmyam is Nihi. Okay. So, Nihi Karma. Okay. So, Nihi Karma means where karmas need not be done. Okay, okay. So no karmas need to be done. Okay, that is Naishkarmya. Okay, so then what is this Naishkarmya state? Where is it that you don't have to do any work? Okay, if you go on a vacation, you don't have to do any work. Okay, but is that true? No, that is not true. Okay, so Naishkarmya means where you don't have to do any work is when you reach Brahman. Like when you realize that you are Brahman, then no work needs to be done. Okay. How is that? Why do we do work? Okay, think about this way. Okay, let's do a reverse analysis. Okay. Why do we do anything? We perform any action because of some desire. Okay. And why do we have desire? Desire is from something called as Shobhana Adhyasa. You heard this term Shobhana Adhyasa before? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What is Shobhana Adhyasa means? There is a false understanding that some particular thing is going to give me a happiness. So Shobhana Adhyasa means there is also Ashobhana Adhyasa is also there. Okay. Similarly, there's another understanding that something else is not going to give me happiness. Okay. So that is Ashobhana Adhyasa. So Shobhana Adhyasa is there, Ashobhana Adhyasa is there. So all our work is desire prompted means again, what is it? I have a desire and I want to gain that desire. I mean, the desire, the goal of desire, fulfillment of that desire. And other way of working is, I just like likes are there, there are dislikes also. There is something that I dislike and I want to get rid of the thing that I dislike. Okay, I have fever. So I need to get rid of fever. So I go to doctor, I take medicine, all of those. Right? So similarly, someone has a problem. When they have a problem, they want to get rid of that problem, so they work for that. Do you know, like in chapter 7, we say that there are 4 types of bhaktas. Artha, Artharthi, then Jignasu and Jnani. Okay? Jnani, devotee, is one who is realizes Jnani. Okay? Now, someone who is in pain and praying to Lord is Artha. Okay? Then Artharthi is someone who wants something and then pray to, because of that he is praying to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, give me this, give me that. That's also fine. Okay, so you're asking Bhagwan only as opposed to somebody else. That is good. Then the third one is Jignasu. Jignasu is in Puja Guruji's words, Curiosu. The one who is Curiosu, you can call him as Jignasu. That's how you would say. So who is interested to know about Bhagwan? Okay, about nature. A seeker is called as Jignasu. So out of these 4, Jnani is one who is realized, the other 3 are unrealized people. Okay, like still are in ignorance. Now, of this, Jignasu is trying to figure out, how can I get to liberation? That's what Jignasu is trying to do. Now, what about these other two, Artha and Artharthi? It is not like someone is always Artha and someone is always Artharthi. No. Okay. We ourselves, as a seeker, we jump from one state to other state to other state. Okay. When we are in pain, or when one of our loved ones is going through some kind of a suffering, then because of that, we are also going through suffering. We pray to God, please help us, God, please help. Okay, please help my child to get over this hump. Okay, so like that, we pray. That is when Artha. Then we also ask for something else. What is that? Bhagwan, please help me get something. Okay, so that help. First kind of help is get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that problem, this problem. Okay, so that is where it is based upon getting rid of our dukkha, getting rid of our sorrow, or getting rid of our dveshas. Okay, whatever we dislike, based on the dislike, artha is based upon our dislikes. Artharthi is based upon our likes. Okay, and jignasu is when, okay, I want to know about God, because this is what it is. So in this Artha and Artharthi, you see that those two bhaktas are based upon Raga and Dvesha. Okay. So all our work is based upon Raga and Dvesha. Now, so we do based upon some Raga or some work based upon our Dvesha. So those are based upon Shobhana Adhyasa and Ashobhana Adhyasa. Now, what does Shobhana Adhyasa mean? This finding, like gaining this external, that is affection of a person or a thing or some money or some kind of experience will make me happy. Okay, that is Shobhana Adhyasa. Similarly, getting rid of this person or getting rid of this problem is going to give me happiness is Ashobhana Adhyasa. Now, according to Vedanta, where is happiness? Is it inside or outside? Is the happiness in me or outside of me?
Within.
Happiness is within. So if I think the problem is, like the solution is somewhere outside, not within myself, okay, then what is the basis for that is ignorance. Okay, avidya. Okay, this avidya, so now you see the steps, right? I am performing an action because of a desire. Desire is based upon Shobhana Adhyasa. This is in turn based on ignorance. So now for me to get rid of all work, like if I had to stop doing any work, that means what is the root cause that needs to be removed? This ignorance has to be removed. Once the ignorance is removed, ignorance that there is happiness outside this world, then what happens? Then I don't have to do any more work. For the sake of desire fulfillment, okay? I may choose to do some work, but that is primarily for just out of love, out of happiness, we are doing something. Okay? Suppose you are walking on a street, okay? And a mom is carrying some kind of a stuff in her left hand, and in right hand, she's carrying the baby. And baby is holding to a small toy, and the toy fell down. Okay? And the baby is crying. So with love, you bend down, take that toy, and give it to baby. Okay? You don't have to do that. Okay? You have done it out of love, expecting nothing. from that simple action. So in the same way, the realized masters do that kind of work. Now, so then in this, when this goal of Brahman has achieved, realization of Brahman has achieved, so there's another term for that. Everything that you need to do is complete then. There's nothing more to do, right? So all the things that you have to do, all of them are complete. So we say the word Kruta Krutya. Okay? You are Kruta Krutya. So I have done everything that I need to do. There's nothing more to be done. Okay? So that is Kruta Krutya. So that state of Kruta Krutyata, okay, that state where I don't have to do any more work because my ignorance is gone, that is Naishkarmya. So this Naishkarmya sthiti is same as in towards the end of chapter 2, we were reading a shloka where Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati, the last shloka, 72nd shloka, it says Brahmi Sthiti. That Brahmi Sthiti is this Naishkarmya state. Okay. So this Naishkarmyam, okay. So just now what is Arjuna's goal? Why is he talking about Naishkarmyam? Arjuna's goal is to be in Sankhya. But in front of him, there is a war going on and he needs to fight in this war. Our state is also like that. I mean, if we are a serious seeker, we also want this Naishkarmya sthiti. However, in front of us, we have our daily duties. Okay, we have our responsibilities for our spouse, our children, whatnot. Okay, our employer, whatnot. And all those are there. Now, saying that I don't want to do this is not right. So, na karmanam anarambhat. Okay, so just by not doing action, you cannot reach Naishkarmya sthiti. And then nakarmana mararambhat naishkarmyam purusha ashnute. Purushaha means a human being here is not going to gain this state of naishkarmya. Nacha sanyasanat eva siddhim samadhi gacchati. So even at the same time, neither with neither. Okay, so it's like na karmana, that is where neither, here nacha is nor, neither that nor this. Nor is sanyasana, okay, by taking sannyasa, okay, sanyasana, okay, through the mode of sannyasa, either siddhim. Siddhi means the attainment of the goal is siddhi. Attainment of goal, what here? What is the context? I mean, like in this context, what is the attainment of goal? The attainment of goal is moksha. Okay, naishkarmya. That siddhi, you're not going to get either with sannyasanath either. With so sannyasanath, now what is this sannyasanath? Sannyasanath means external appearance of renunciation. Okay, external. Okay, so that means we do a during sannyasa. Sannyasa is a big deal of a karma that is done in our shastras. So the person who is going to take sannyasa has to take permission from either his parents if he is unmarried or his spouse if he is married. Okay, and then when the guru gives sannyasa, there is a ceremony that is done where a tilodaka means tila and udaka, till and water is given to that jiva, the one who is taking sannyasa. When do you give till and water? When do you do the arpana of till and water is when that
last rites.
Yeah, so that means his funeral rites are done even when he is alive. So from that time onwards, he is no more alive for the society. He is no more, so he has no relationship with society anymore. When he walks, it is like a ghost walking. Okay. So that's why there is no, so the ghost walking means what? Meaning they have no house, no a stable place to stay, nothing. Okay. So whoever gives whatever with that they eat. If they get something to eat, they eat. If they don't get anything, they don't care about it. They are not going to work, do any job or anything like that as sannyasa. Okay. And because they are only reveling in Brahman. That is what sannyasa is. Now, today, in current world, okay, even sannyasa is somewhat fashionable. Okay, I'm a sannyasi. Okay, so that's a just like at one point we used to have like someone would say, oh, he's foreign returned. That means that it was a great measure of success. Okay. And then okay, he is or she is from Harvard. Oh, but she got her PhD from Harvard. That's one of the greatest achievements. So like that, sannyasa also has become a shine achievement. I mean, that measure of external measure of success. So what Bhagavan is saying is that this external measure of success is what is not enough. That's what he's saying. For example, think about this. Now you want to become pilot. Okay, that's an example. Like a child wants to become a pilot. Now, if he wants to become pilot, what he needs to do is he needs to study whatever needs to be studied. He has to get proper degree, have some basic understanding of aerodynamics and other things, and learn flying lessons, get pilot license, and then you can call him as pilot. And then when he starts doing his job, he gets a nice shiny uniform. Like you see, I don't know like why pretty much like whenever you fly, you see at least in US, pretty much all pilots have a cap, right? Why do they need a cap in cockpit? I don't know, but they all take. There must be some reason why. Otherwise, like in this era where everything is downsized and cost cutting, in this era of cost cutting, if they're still getting caps, pretty much every pilot wears a cap. There must be some good reason. What is that reason? I don't know. I'm not aware of, right? So, so they have this shiny dress and cap, right? Now you can buy that dress and that cap. So just because a child wears that cap and that dress, would he become a pilot? No. Okay. The change has to be within. That knowledge has to be there to be a pilot. Okay. That dress is just an external indication. Similarly, the sannyasa also is just having that external, like like orange robes or yellow robes or something like that. That alone is not enough. The change should be internal. So here Bhagavan is primarily talking about that kind of sannyasa. Okay, so don't just by changing these clothes, etc., you are not going to get there. Okay, so I okay, I have to get that knowledge, and to get that knowledge, to learn something, if I am in a if I'm sleepy, okay, in my class, can I learn anything? No. Okay. If my mind is preoccupied, my mind is in agitation, can I learn? No. Okay. So that means when the mind has got too much tamas, or when mind has got too much rajas, or any mixture of these two, this knowledge is not possible. I mean, theory could be understood, but the implication and the experiential that comes out of listening to that is not going to be possible if there is too much of combination of rajas and tamas is there. So what do we need to do? We have to eliminate as much tamas as possible, eliminate as much rajas as possible. This elimination of rajas and tamas is what we call as chitta shuddhi, meaning purification of mind. Chitta shuddhi has to happen. For that chitta shuddhi has to happen. How is chitta shuddhi gained? Through karma yoga. Why karma yoga? Because in karma yoga, you are performing only kartavya karma, the karmas that we must perform. No room for kamya karma, meaning like desire-based actions. No room, definitely no room for any nishiddha karma, meaning prohibited actions, illegal or immoral activities. Okay. And however, with what attitude we are performing the karma? That I am performing this karma for Bhagwan alone. And whatever result comes, that is Bhagwan's grace alone. Okay. So Ishararpana Buddhi is there and Prasada Buddhi is there. So when a combination of all of these are there, that is when the mind, and then we are living like that, that is when the mind gets purified. The more the mind gets purified, that is when we are able to pick up this knowledge. I mean, like the Rajas and Tamas are reduced, Sattva alone is there, and with that, this knowledge becomes what you call like it becomes like, in English we typically say piece of cake, right? And in Sanskritam there's a word karatama tamalakam. I don't recall the exact word, but it is as if the amla, okay, the amla fruit in your hand. So you can see, you can hold, see, and if you like, put it in mouth. Enjoy too. Okay, so that is how this knowledge is going to happen. Okay, so that is what we need to do. Now, Bhagwan, so any comments or insights or questions based on what you heard so far before we go to the next shloka?
Yes, so Bhagwan explained to Arjuna why you need to perform karma yoga.
Yes. Okay, so this is where like he's starting. Yes. And guess what? Bhagwan is not done. The entire chapter is about the purpose of karma yoga and why we should do in various angles. Okay. Then Bhagwan continues. Okay. I'll break down the words again. Okay. Now we are going to look at shloka, fifth one, right? Na hi kaschit kshanam api. Three words are there. Kaschit kshanam api. Together becomes kaschit kshanam api. Jatu तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत. तिष्ठति अकर्मकृत. Tishtati akarmakrut. Together, three words together becomes Tishthatya karmakrut. Karyate hi avashaha. That has got two words. Hi avashaha. Together becomes hi avashaha. Karyate hi avashaha. Karma sarvam prakriti jayar gunaihi. Two words are there. Prakriti jaihi gunaihi. Okay. So this is the word breakdown. So, okay, so Hinaji, please repeat after me. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
jatu tishtatya karma krut
jatu tistatya karma krata
karyate hyavashah karma
karyate hyavasha karma
sarva prakriti jair gunaihi
sarvaha prakriti जयगुणैः सर्वः प्रकृति जयगुणः
Jairgunaihi.
जयगुणैः.
So now one is saying like, okay, if you are thinking that okay, you don't need to do karmas, understand it is not possible. So nahi kaschit kshanam api. In that mapi, there is api is there. Nahi kaschit kshanam api. Jatu tishtati akarma krut. So this api can be added to three words. Nahi kaschit api, kshanam api, jatu api. Okay, so jatu api means ja here is referring to birth. Okay, so whoever has taken birth, meaning someone anyone. Okay, jatu api means anybody, but nahi is there, right? Na means no. Okay, so nahi jatu api means no one. Nahi kshanam api means at any point of time, at no point of time. Okay. Sorry, even for a moment, okay? Not even for a single minute. And kaschitapi means at no point of time, okay? So Bhagavan is very firm about this, okay? And he, na itself means no, and he, when it is added, it is, he is saying like it is pakka, it is 100% evident. Everybody knows about that. Okay, what is there to say in this? Okay, so that's why even in Hindi, na and nahi, both words are there, right? So, and maybe in current usage, I don't know if people recognize the difference between na and nahi, but this is what it is, right? He is confirming that this is evident, evidently no, of course no. Okay, so that's what it is. So that's the difference between na and nahi. So Bhagavan is saying nahi kaschit apikshanam api jatu api. So that means no one in this world, whoever has taken birth, at any point of time, even for a moment, what? Tishtati akarma krut. Tishtati means stay, right? Sit or whatever. Akarma krut. Karma, action. Akarma, inaction. Akarma krut tishtati means sitting idly. So, nobody in this world at any given point of time, even for a moment, can sit idle without doing any work, without doing any action. Okay? And why is that? Bhagavan, why are you making this statement? Prakrutair gunaihi avashaha karma karyate. So, Prakriti Jaihi is there, right? So, like you're also looking at, hey, what is this Prakriti Jai here? Is looking at, right? Prakriti Jai Gunaihi. Prakriti means this Maya, this world, this nature. Jaihi means, again, Ja is representing birth. So, we are born out of Prakriti. Okay. When we are born out of Prakriti, and Prakriti has got these three gunas, then I am also made up of three gunas. Now, Sarvaha, a word also there, right? All, okay, Sarvaha means all, meaning what? There are no exception. All beings are born out of this Prakriti. So, My body is made up of Prakriti, mind, senses, pranas, all are created by Prakriti. I cannot be in control, meaning I cannot control Prakriti, because if I have created something, my creation cannot control me. I can control my creation. Okay. So which means Prakriti can control me, but I won't be able to control Prakriti. So here, creation of me means what? Not Atma. Okay. Here we're not talking about Sachidananda Paramatma, that is Brahman. No. Okay. We're talking about this Sharira Traya, meaning Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karma Sharira, etc. So when I say I can be only in control of what is created by me, even that is also not to a certain extent, right? Okay. So for example, what is my creation, most popular creation? Like everybody, what is everyone's creation? Is their dreams. Okay, dreams are our own creation. And even our dreams are not in our control. Okay, so I cannot be. Now, this is my body. You can say, no, Venkat, I am in control of my body. If I want to sit, I sit. If I want to get up, I'll get up. Okay. Blood is flowing in your body? Yes. Can I control my blood pressure? Okay, blood go slowly now. No, you're going too slow. Okay, go a little fast. Can I say? No. Okay. Can I say, my digestion is not doing well? So can I tell my stomach, okay, digest this fully well? No. I have no control, right? In fact, it's a good thing because I eat a heavy meal and sleep. Okay, I have a heavy dinner at night, late at night, and then I sleep. And the poor body is while I am sleeping, the poor body is working and working and working to break down that food and push and all of that. So when I wake up first thing in the morning, whatever is left over is ready to be pushed out of the body. Right? I don't have any control. So I don't have control on this body alone. And this Sharira Traya, these three, Sthula, Sukshma, Karna, Sharira, this assemblage is created and made from Prakriti. So this body has to constantly act and perform karma. Okay, not necessarily when we say karma, not necessarily duties. Okay, even when I'm asleep, what is happening? As I just mentioned, the food is being digested, I am breathing, and all of that is going on even when I'm asleep. Okay, the blood circulation is going on, etc. Some action, some karma is being done. When I'm awake, so many thoughts are coming and going in my mind at Sukshma Sharira level. And so now I am karyate hi avashah. Okay, again, avashah, vashaha means I am in control. If I am able to control something, it is in my vasha. It is in my control. Avasha means it is not in my control. All the karyas that are being performed as if they are, all the karmas that I am performing, it is as if I am not in control. And again, I just said, right, what is the difference between na and nahi? He is representing, it is guaranteed. Okay, it is evident. Here again, he avashaha, meaning he avashaha. He is again saying that avashaha, meaning like I mean like not being in control of Prakriti, or Prakriti is not being in my control. That is also well known. Okay, that is complete. Okay, there is no question about it. Okay, so that, and what is happening? Because of this avashaha, okay, I don't have any independence. These three bodies are born from Prakriti. They're constantly and it is full of sattva, rajas, and tamoguna. All these gunas are at play all the time. And this also has vasanas, right? And that vasanas are coming up as thoughts in manas. Okay. And these indriyas, they are running helter shelter in all different directions. And then I also have raga dveshas, likes and dislikes, my cultural upbringing, which is my samskaras, etc. I don't have any control on any of them, and they are chasing the world with or without my permission. Only a jnani who has done enough tapas. Tapas is in the sense here, nididhyasana, after Shravana, Manana, nididhyasana, okay, who has reached that state of samadhi, right? Nirvikalpa samadhi, where there is no more mind. Such a person can overcome this prakriti. But me, who is an ignorant person, I may have certain improvements. I might have made some, adjustments to my lifestyle. I might have done some improvements, etc. But my evolution is still within the grip of Prakriti. Maybe earlier I was too tamasic, I might have improved to Rajasic. Or maybe I've become a little bit more sattvic also. Still I am under the control of Prakriti. So, of course, I should still continue my sadhana to go beyond Prakriti. Right? Because in chapter 2, again, Bhagavan said, Traigunyo Vishya Vedaha Nistraigunyo Bhavajna. So that means what? Vedas has these three Vishya of three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. You go beyond these three gunas, Arjuna. That's what the advice of Lord Krishna in chapter 2. So, because of this, okay, nobody can ever claim that they are free. And who else can claim? The one who is attained Jivan Mukti, only they can claim. Okay. Right now, me, as an ignorant person, don't have any control on my mind. So, or on this Prakriti. So, thinking that I will do Sankhya Yoga, okay, I don't have to do Karma Yoga is incorrect. Okay, that is that. So, what Bhagavan is showing is the importance of Karma Yoga, the importance of practice of Karma Yoga is being shown. Okay. Any questions or thoughts before we go to the next topic? Okay. So we'll go to the next one. Okay. Karmendriyani, karma and indriyani. Samyamya. Okay. Yama is the root word here. And sam is prefix for yama. Samyama. Okay. Samyamya. Ya aste manasa smaran. Okay. All of them are single words. Indriyarthan vimudhatma. So here, three words are there. Actually, maybe you can break it to four also. Indriya, artha, okay, vimudha, atma. So indriyarthan vimudhatma. Mithyacharaha, single word. So uchyate is the breakdown. Okay, so one of you please go off mute and please repeat after me.
I can do it again.
Karmendriyani samyamya.
Karmendriyani samyamya.
Aste manasa smaran.
Aste manasa smaran.
Ya aste manasa smaran.
Ya aste manasa smaran.
Indriyardhan vimudhatma.
Indriyarthana vimudhatma.
Yacharasa uchyate.
मिथ्याचार स उच्यते.
So here, Indriyatma Vimudha Atma. So, Mudha means delusion. Vimudha, the prefix V is saying Visheshena. Okay, that means it is comprehensively deluded. Atma, Vimudha Atma. Now, can Atma be deluded? A self, can self be deluded? No. So then what is Atma here? So this Atma, obviously it is not referring to the self, rather it is referring to the mind. Okay. So that's why, like, remember, like we talked about this multiple times, that in Sanskritam, each of these words have got multiple meanings, and we need to figure out which meaning is being used in any context, and that is where Mahatma's commentaries help us. Okay. So here, so now we all are removed Atmas. Okay. Now, please don't get annoyed. Okay. If you are a removed Atma, so might be you, Venkat, but I'm not a removed Atma. Okay. So you may feel like that, that might be the case too. But so in general, we all start as Vimudhatma only. Even all the realized masters also started as Vimudhatma only. Okay. This is our starting point. Okay. Meaning what Vimudhatma means, we don't know what must be done. We don't know what must not be done. And we have certain responsibilities. We don't even know how to fulfill those responsibilities. And now, if we are thinking of skipping Karma Yoga and going directly to, directly want to go to Sankhya, okay, so then what happens? That is what is being said. Such a person, this Vimudhatma, Karmendriyani Samyamya. Okay. Yama means control. Samyama means complete control. Okay. So disciplined, essentially. So samyama is usually translated into English as disciplined. Okay. So karma indriyani samyam. Yeah. So that's the first verse. Okay. So this remote Atma, what happened is when he is able to control karmendriyas. Here. So if you are Vimudhatma and you are controlling karmendriyas means what? That means this control is by force. No, I don't want to go there. Okay, no matter what, I don't want to go there. I'll just stay here. No, I shouldn't go there. Okay, so that like that, right? And it is also possible to control some Gnanendriyas also like that. Okay, for some time. Okay, but this control is external. Okay, Karmendriya and Samyam. Yeah, but like some people try to do. Okay, saying that I don't want to do anything, so I'll just sit. Okay, and what I'm going to do? I don't want to do any action, right? Because I want to attain Brahman. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to meditate. Okay. So, or maybe like I'm going to do vrata and I'm going to fast today. Then what happens? Manasa indriyardhan smaran aste. Okay. So I'm sitting inside. Aste is like sitting inside. Okay. So manasa, in the mind, whatever the purpose of Indriyas, that is what my mind is reveling on. What is the purpose of eyes? To see something. What does it want to see? Something that is pleasant for me. Okay. So if see, like what happens, and then like how does this Indriyas work? You go to a party, a big party, huh? Like Indian wedding or something like that, and see when a beautiful looking young girl walks in the room. Okay. So everyone, like in a wedding or anything like that, in a party kind of environment, everybody standing in circles or sitting in circles and talking. And this girl enters in from this direction and like goes in this way. And at that time, you notice everyone eyes also go from this direction. So, okay, as if, see, like in the previous shloka, what did we say? Prakrute jairgunaihi avashaha is a word is right. Okay, so it is without any control. Okay, uh, without any control, without anyone's own control, that goes. Okay, no, I'm not just saying it is for men. Okay, even for women also it happens. Why? Okay, it has nothing to do with the. It is like I'm not attributing any desire, but it is simply eyes go wherever beauty is there. Eyes follow beauty. Okay? When I took the example of the mm, the beautiful girl, it doesn't mean that only like a gender based or anything like not like that. Okay? So usually compared to men, women are beautiful, so that's why. Okay. Or now in the same party, like sometimes in reception, like if there's a reception kind of thing, there'll be huge trays with small pieces of food in there. Okay. Those appetizers they bring in and like they don't put somewhere, and I mean like in some places like yeah you have if you go to Indian parties, yeah, like the appetizers are all put there, but if you go to the westernized parties, they are kind of like I don't know, they think it is cool. I think it is cheap. I don't know for sure, but there'll be like some waiters carrying with some food items, and you need to go pick up from them. And in this, let's say you're vegetarian like me, and about if 4 or 5 items are being served like that, only one of them will be vegetarian, usually. So if that is the case, I'm talking to you, let's say like we both are in the party, I'm talking to you, but as soon as that waiter is coming from that far with that, okay, my eyes are there. Okay, is that guy coming this way or not? Okay, so is it close? How close? How close? Okay, I need to get ready. I need to get in a position so I can pick it up. Okay, I'm also counting the number of items that are in there. Okay, so would they last until it comes all the way, or is it likely to finish? In that case, should I stand here or should I just move a little bit there? Okay, all the while talking to you. Okay, why? Again, that is the purpose of indriyas. Here, I'm talking about the indriya of taste and the eyes. Both of them are in sync. So this manasa indriyardhan smaran aste happens is that even if I don't want to, something like, I try to say no externally, in mind though, within my mind though, this indriyartha, okay, the desires, uh, the objectives of those indriyas is being constant. Smaran. Smaran means like smarana. Smarana means remembering, okay? That remembrance in the mind is there. Why? Because our desires haven't gone away. Okay. So manasa indriyardhan smaranaste vimudhatma, such a vimudhatma. So that means that if a person, so now what is the thought flow here? If a person who is a vimudhatma, if he ever tries to control his karmendriyas, okay, his mind though is going to dwell in those objectives of indriya. Okay, that means that in the food of those indriyas. In such case, such a person, okay, is called as mithyacharaha. Mithya achara. So, a literal translation like if you look into the book, is hypocrite. So achara, what is it? Mithyachara means, achara means conduct. Mithya means false conduct. So in Sanskritam, there are three descriptions are given for mithyachara. One is called asat achara. Asat, mithya is asat. Okay, sat and asat. Like, so this mithyachara is asat achara, meaning you are not actually following any achara there. Okay, you are appearing, you appear to be doing achara. Okay, or your acharana is about what is asat. Okay, so that means your acharana is all about asat means what? All about worldly achara only. Whereas you are looking for Brahman and you're doing worldly achara, not Brahman based achara. Okay, sadachara, it is not sadachara, it is asatachara. Then the second meaning is kapata achara, kapatachara. Kapata means deceiving. Okay, you are deceiving other people. No, I'm not trying to deceive other people. No? Okay. So then I belong to the third category. What is it? Atma Vanchaka. Well, you may not be deceiving other people, but you're deceiving yourself. Okay. So all these three meanings are important for mithyachara. So now, whether such a person is is cheating other people or not doesn't matter. He is cheating himself by trying to control this like some indriyas and say like, oh, I'm not doing anything. No, that is not true. Okay. So, and why is he controlling karma indriyas? Because he doesn't want to do karma. Okay. And he's thinking that, okay, so now I'm beyond karma, I can focus on Sankhya Yoga. Now, why is Bhagavan telling all of this is, don't jump onto Sankhya Yoga without doing our due diligence, paying our full dues to Karma Yoga. It doesn't mean that don't start Karma Sankhya Yoga. All it means is that don't drop off Karma Yoga prematurely. That's the primary takeaway from this shloka. I'll pause here to check if you have any questions. Fine today. Okay. So shall we close then? Oh. अतः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो हरिः ॐ
Hari Om.